No buts. But yeah, I have good news. I am pregnant. So I'm going to be taking you out on my pregnancy journey as much as possible. It has been rough. I am currently 12 weeks pregnant, like 12 weeks in one day pregnant. I didn't want to announce it when I first found out, which I found out when I was like 6 weeks, because I had suffered through some miscarriages in between from the time I had my last baby, and my miscarriages was around 7-8 weeks. So I'm happy to announce that I'm pregnant. I'm praying and hoping and all the good vibes that it will be okay with this pregnancy. I did have a scare because I bled out like a lot one day. I was standing up and a gush of blood came out of me. If you've ever suffered through a miscarriage before, then you would know that you cramp. You can feel it coming pretty much. Real bad cramps. Bleeding comes. Sometimes it comes like a regular medium to heavy flow at first, and then a lot comes while you're in all this pain. But it was just, I had no pain, and a big gush of blood came out of me, like it was pouring out of me. I can't even describe how much blood came out of me. Like, if you would have seen it, you would have said, no doubt, this is a miscarriage. But I was confused because I didn't have any pain, and I wasn't bleeding prior, other than the little spotting that I had when I was 6 weeks. So at 10 weeks, that happened to me. I went to the emergency room the following morning, just to make sure. Usually when I have a miscarriage, I know what's going on, and I know I probably should go to the emergency room. Sometimes I have, but because there could be something left over and you would need a DNC, or sometimes I just wouldn't because I knew what happened. Yeah, I went because I was like, I had no pain. I prayed like, Lord, please just let everything be okay with the baby. And it was. The baby's heartbeat was strong. The doctor said he don't know where the blood came from. It didn't come from anything that had to do with my pregnancy. They put me on vaginal rest, meaning no intimacy, no stressing down there at all. So, and bed rest to a certain extent. And I pretty much need to stay off my feet. But anyway, beyond all that, I am so happy. This will be my 5th child and my 5th C-section. I don't plan on having any more. I didn't plan on getting pregnant this time, but you know what happens when you're being intimate. It's a chance. So, yes. I have a little bump, but I don't really count it as a bump because my stomach wasn't flat, but it wasn't just out there either. But you know, it'll be more real when I know the baby is like the size of a cupcake right now, and I'll count it as a bump, or you know, real once I'm around 15 weeks, because when I was 15 weeks with my last baby, my stomach, like, I looked I looked beyond pregnant. Usually women don't show until they're around 20 weeks or something like that. But I was showing my stomach was flat prior to that pregnancy. And my bump was out there, like, sticking out, round. You could tell I was a pregnant woman. So when I'm 15 weeks, then I say, hey, I got a bump. But, yeah. I wanted to originally do a home birth or a vaginal birth, something around that vicinity, or you know, have a doula, just something natural. That's what I wanted to do, because I've never experienced it, and I've heard wonderful success stories with women who have had just as many C-sections as I've had, with no vaginal deliveries, and more C-sections. Women who have had 6, 7 C-sections and turned around and said, you know what, I'm gonna go for it, and they were successful. So the only negative I've heard were from doctors, really, about the the risks and stuff, and how I shouldn't try to attempt, or how a woman shouldn't try to attempt after they've had 2 C-sections. But I kind of feel cheated, because after I had my first C-section, I was early in my 20s, 23 years old. Wasn't even 23 yet. I was still 22. But he just was like, when I got pregnant with my second child, he recommended that I got a C-section, even though the first one wasn't an emergency C-section. He just was like, once you have a C-section, the risks are high. And it really scared me, and I feel cheated, but due to my lack of knowledge and my naiveness, and I just chose C-sections. Like, I completely canceled out VBACs, and I'm just like, now I'm 31 years old and I want to have a VBAC, but I am a little indecisive, because when I had my last C-section with my baby, I started hemorrhaging, and they tried to stop it. They couldn't stop it, so I had to have another minor surgery to stop the bleeding, and I had to have a blood transfusion. So it's like, should I take that risk? Should I not? Why did that happen when I had a C-section? And then on top of that, what I told y'all, that happened to me 10 weeks ago. Like, what's going on with my body? This pregnancy has been completely different. I've never really been sick with my other pregnancies. Every now and again I threw up, but I didn't even consider it morning sickness, because it was few, far, and in between. Didn't last. Might have happened once or twice, 3 at the most, with each pregnancy. And for 2 of them, I didn't have any symptoms at all. So this pregnancy is so different. And I know, each pregnancy is different, but I don't know. It's just a little scary to me. Because this pregnancy is completely different. I'm experiencing things I've never experienced before. My body is going through changes it never went through before. And also with my last pregnancy, excuse me, I was on a rollator. And for those that don't know what that is, it's the walker with wheels on it. So I was on a walker, but because my I forgot what they called it, but my pelvic bone or something started shifting when I was like 4 or 5 months pregnant, and I was limping, couldn't walk. It hurt for me to walk and stuff. I don't know, but yeah, it was a very rough pregnancy. I was in pain, a lot of pain in pregnancy. So I don't know. I really want to just be like, have a vaginal birth. At the most, I don't know. It's my ideal birth for this one, since I do want it to be my last child. I want it to be at home and natural. I think they call them lotus births or something like that, where you keep the placenta attached until it detaches on its own. I just want it to be all natural, and but considering my past complications, if I may call it that, I think if I do vaginal, I would want to still be in a hospital setting. What are you all's opinions? And for those who are extreme, believe in science and the doctors and what the doctors say, try not to be biased when you all give me your comments and your feedback, because doctors really regurgitate what they are taught, and it has been proven time and time again that doctors don't know it all. Doctors don't know your body like that. Like I said, I've heard countless of success stories, and I know each woman is different, each pregnancy is different, but it's still possible. You know what I mean? And for those who do believe, that women should try to go natural and this, that, and the other, try not to be biased as well, because and try to just, y'all, be truthful and honest with my situation. What would you all do, knowing how bad I want it, this, that, and the other? I don't want to put myself at risk. I don't want to put baby at risk. After I had my last daughter, my last baby, the doctor said, don't have any more kids. But they was telling me that after I had my second baby. So it's like, and they're just telling women who has had C-sections, and those who chose to, take a risk, they've had multiple, between 5, 8, 9 C-sections, and feeling good, doing good, no health problems, no nothing. So I just don't know. I don't know. Some of them have experienced, the hemorrhaging and things with prior C-sections before, and they still said, I'm gonna go for it. But the doctors insinuated that I could have died my last pregnancy, and could die if I was to get pregnant again. And I don't want to play with my life. I have kids here already that need their mama. And I know some of y'all like, you should have thought about that before you got pregnant. Yeah. But we're here now, okay? So I don't know what to, I just don't know. I want this baby to be, I want no regrets when it comes to this baby. I don't have any regrets with my others. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I do. As far as breastfeeding, not breastfeeding as long as I wanted to, this, that, and the other, and also not doing my research and being naive and not having VBACs, not going for a VBAC. I don't know. The only complications I did have with my previous pregnancies were the ones I told you about with my last baby, and with my second born, her heart rate started dropping. So the doctor called me one night and told me to come in. I had an ultrasound earlier that day, and I guess he got the results back and told me to come in. And with my third baby, the amniotic fluid disappeared. Like, we don't know what happened to it. It disappeared. I always say that my baby drunk the amniotic fluid. But yeah, so I had to have go ahead and have a C-section with her. But all of my births were full term. I'm trying to give you all the details so you all can, help me make a wise decision, knowing my heart's desires, and just knowing everything. I'm trying not to leave anything out so you all can help me make the right decision. Yeah. So baby is due October 28th, and if I was to have a C-section, I would go in a week prior. I am considered high risk, of course. I'm pretty sure you all know that by now. And to be honest with you, also, I don't mind having a C-section. I don't mind it. Like, if it's anything, I am a little scared to push a baby out. I don't mind the C-section. They doing the work, but it's just that experience of, wow, I pushed this baby out of my body, like what our bodies were designed for, to do. I mean, I never had that experience. But if I was to have a C-section, I still wouldn't be upset. It would just be like, okay, like I wouldn't cry or anything. I just really want that, because I am like 100% sure this is my last baby. So yeah, I'm still young, and I'm not trying to be raising kids all my life. But yeah, y'all give me your opinion. So right now I'm headed home. I'm going to paint the girls' toy box that just came in a few days ago. I have to put it together, but it's gray. And my sister and I redid the girls' room in like this colorful rainbow butterfly thing. and I want everything to go together. So I'm gonna paint the toy box, which is now gray. I'm gonna paint it yellow. I went to Walmart and they didn't have the their mixing machine was down, so they didn't have any yellow paint. I'm not sure if they have that color just out and ready anyway, but they didn't have it. So I just got some yellow spray paint and I'm gonna take it outside and spray paint it. I'm hungry. I don't know if I'm gonna eat first or I'm gonna just spray paint one side of the toy box, let it dry, and paint one side, eat while it's drying, and go back and paint the other side. I hope it works. I'm not gonna sand it. We'll see. So y'all leave your comments. I will put in some clips of me spray painting the toy box too when we get there. So y'all let me know. Please comment down below. Please comment down below. Anything. I as long as you're not being negative or ugly or mean in the comments, I don't mind you all's opinions being something that I really don't want to hear or agree with. Give me the ugly truth or give me the beautiful truth. You know what I mean? Like, no sugarcoating. Let me know what y'all think with this pregnancy.